Hi guys, it's Rike here and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Rike and I review a lot of activewear. But sometimes also non-activewear things that are kind of like, fitting into the realm of that type of stuff. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here, but maybe I'll just cut it short, and just tell you exactly what's going to happen today. So I usually review activewear, especially on Thursdays, but today I do have some stretchy jeans. So jeans that kind of are supposed to feel a little bit more like leggings, but are actually proper jeans. And I know that there is one big brand that's super popular that does these types of jeans, fit jeans, which is, I believe, originally actually Norwegian, but they're super expensive. Like, I do have one pair of fit jeans, and honestly, I wasn't super hyped for the price that they were. I was planning to review them again. However, like, a lot of stuff was always sold out, and I did want to try a few different things. I do have like some colors I really wanted to try, and yeah. So they were sold out whenever I was looking, and yeah, I mean, it's also a very pricey brand. But I recently stumbled across another brand doing jeans with a little bit more stretch. They're called Perfect Jeans, and it's actually a Danish company. And, guess what? I also live in Denmark now. However, they also do ship worldwide, so don't worry about that. I think Fit Jeans, for example, now has like worldwide shipping without any customs and anything. But I don't think these people are that far because it's a smaller brand. Here's the little bag that I got, Perfect Jeans. But yeah, they are Danish, so if you're shipping or if you're shopping from within Europe, there's certainly no import fees. But you can also shop from outside of the EU and still get your stuff. They do easy returns. They also exchange for free if you wanted to exchange sizes. And they do have a super wide size range. So I think their size range ranges from like extra, extra small or maybe even triple XS to 5XL or something like that. So super wide size range. They also do have a lot of different lengths, going from like a 26-inch inseam, I think, or maybe even 24-inch inseam to like a 36, 38-inch inseam. So they do have a wide variety of things you can get from them, which is really nice if you're super tall, if you're tiny, if you're in between, right? And their jeans do have a little bit more stretch than maybe the normal pair of jeans. And they also do have different colors, a lot of different colors actually now. And they also do have different styles. I think they do have 4 major different styles: skinny, slim, regular, and loose. So like this is how wide the leg is basically. And I did get 2 skinny jeans because that's usually what I wear normally. I did get a regular one, and I did get a loose pair of jeans. So we'll see how that goes today. Also, I was going according to their size chart. Their size chart only says to take your waist measurement into account. Because I usually would have ordered maybe a medium in these, but according to the waist measurement, I am a size small. So we have only smalls today, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I highly recommend you check out their size chart. And I do think, like, if you scroll through their Instagram, you could also see a few people wearing their jeans, and then sometimes they would tell you what size it was. Because I think that's super helpful as well to see it on like different body types and everything, right? Because some people are more of an apple shape. Some people are more of a pear shape. Like, and if it's only the waist measurement, it's a little bit like, how's this gonna work? But yeah, I will also show you today. But yeah, I only did get size small. I'm certainly not a size small when it comes to my hips and my butt and my thigh area. But for the waist, according to their size chart, for sure. So yeah, just do check that out in case you're interested in purchasing these. Also, because I've mentioned fit jeans before and how pricey they were, these people are cheaper. They also do have this sort of discount. If you buy 2 pairs or more, you get a you save like 10%. If you buy 3 pairs or more, you save 20%. And if you buy 4 pairs or more, you save 30%. So, and this is like a regular thing. It's not like, oh, only now in this period of time, this is the discount you get. No, this is basically always. Yeah, so if you want to try a few different ones, you do get a bigger discount than if you just buy 1 or 2 or 3. So I ordered 4 pairs, so all of this was 30% off basically. And I mean, to be honest, that's really nice. That's really sweet. And makes it super affordable. I think I basically got like at least 2.5 pairs of jeans here, maybe even 3, for the price of 1 pair of fit jeans. So yeah. Let's get started though. I did get mainly like grayish black because this is usually what I go for, but I also did get one super fun color. And I feel like the sun is coming through now. I don't know, is it getting brighter for you? I feel like for me it's definitely getting brighter. That's the disadvantage of having this nice backdrop and the window here as well. I'm already closing kind of the curtains on the side so that, it's not as bright, but we'll see. I'm still figuring things out here. If you haven't watched my recent videos, this is a new backdrop. This is the house. And I'm going to be sitting in my beautiful hanging, swinging egg chair for the foreseeable future. So, yeah. But anyway, we have jeans to look at. I usually am not the biggest fan of jeans try-ons, but these at least have the stretch. So let's see. Also, I want to point out, I was kind of what I was missing. Like, yes, they had a lot of different size options, length options, and 4 different main style options. What I was missing a little bit was having different waist heights. So none of these are high-waisted or mid-waisted or anything, right? Like, or mid-rise or high-rise or whatever. So it's mainly like depending on your body, how they fit you. And I would really appreciate if in the future they could add like a high-rise, mid-rise option kind of. So you could see, okay, this one's high-rise or this one is just mid-rise. But I get it, it's a smaller brand. So not a problem. And we'll find out how high or mid-waisted these things are gonna be on me. But let's pull out our first pair. Or actually, I should show you these together with the other ones, I think. Yes. So I already tried on 2, because I needed to see. I'm not gonna tease one, but these are basically the 2 that are the same style. So these are the perfect jeans, the skinny jeans. And I did get these in the color Ashes, which is this light gray here. And in this color, which I think was called Shadow. Doesn't say on here. Shadows. Sorry, so Shadows. And this is this one. So this is like a black, kind of black wash. It's not super black. It has like a little bit of like this lighter gray detailing because it's washed out a little bit. But it has none of this super like stone wash detailing because I don't actually like that type of stuff. So this is perfectly fine. I can also open the window a little bit more, then you can see maybe a little bit more. It's a little bit lighter. Always the problem with the darker colors. But yes, so these are the skinny jeans. Like I said, size small. Everything is going to be size small. Oof, I just inhaled too deep. And again, so many different length options. For my skinny jeans, I like them to be ankle length, same as with leggings. So I did get these ones in 30 inches inseam, length, whatever. But I would say usually my inseam would be a 32, but this is for me being ankle length, basically. And yeah, we have this waist. You also have proper pockets, which for me is super important. I feel like fit jeans didn't have front pockets or something. But these have big pockets here in the front, this little coin pocket as well. You have belt loops, proper belt loops, like pocket here on the side as well. You have this little perfect jeans fabric bit there. And then in the back, proper pockets as well. Again, super important. And this little like fake leather patch, basically. And these, so what I've noticed also, depending on what color the jeans are, there's a different amount of stretch in them, which can, of course, kind of affect how things fit. Or maybe it was the style that makes the difference. But anyway, there was certainly a difference, and I think it was the color. These ones, for example, are 65% cotton, 30.5% polyester, 3% rayon, and 1.5% spandex. And you basically have stretch here, which you don't necessarily would have with a normal pair of jeans. It's nice. It's not necessarily stretch in length. It's really like more this direction, which is also the more important one. And I mean, overall, they feel like normal jeans. Like this feels like proper jean material. Maybe not the thickest, super rigid material, right? It's actually quite soft. And I'm just excited to, try these on for you. And then, like I said, I'm also excited to kind of see the difference between these and then between these ones and then this wash, basically. Because it's the same style, so they should fit the same. And this is just like a light gray. Like I said, Ashes, very light gray. Used to have that kind of like jeansy detailing here, right? And you can now see the pockets a little bit better. You can see this fit jeans thing here. And in the back also this fake leather patch there, because I don't think it's proper leather. It's probably, I don't know if it actually says it. I don't think so. And here, for example, the composition is slightly different. So here we have 66% polyester, 66% cotton, 30% polyester, 3% rayon, and 1% spandex. So this has 0.5% less spandex. Let's see how that goes. For me, the spandex is like the important thing, right? You still can see that there's the stretch here. Maybe not as much. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm curious to see how they fit compared to also the other ones and in general, right? But let's see them on. First, skinny jeans. Today I'm going to try to show you as much as possible from the jeans because the leg fit is a little bit different. These are the skinny ones. You can see this is a 30-inch inseam now, so it really hits me around my ankle, which is what I was going for. I am 5'7" or 170 centimeters, but of course also the leg length, inseam length is usually a little bit different depending on where, if you have longer legs, shorter legs, longer torso, all these kind of things. But for me, this is exactly the length I wanted. I will say, I have the same pet peeve with leggings, and with skinny jeans, I also kind of would like to have no extra width here. I would like it to be really ankle tight, but it is okay. So I have a little bit of fabric left around here, but yeah, it is okay. Then we can see this is, well, not exactly high-waisted, but it is getting there for me. So my waist is here. Now I'm wearing a tank top with it just because, feels like the more normal thing to do. You can see my waist is there. So it's a little bit shorter than my waist. Belly button is there too. So I would like it a little bit higher just because I do like my high-waisted jeans. Because just the same as with leggings, then I feel like really tucked in and, very comfy and all that kind of stuff. But it's okay. And then with these, I had a little bit of a trouble with the zipper. Pulling it up, it was a little bit harder than it was supposed to be. Also, it was a little bit harder than the first time I tried these on because I already tried these on once. But it was a little bit easier to get these on the second time around because they are a little bit tighter around the butt area. Again, these are not specifically made for a curvy body. They're just for everybody, just with a stretch. So I feel like it would be nice to have a little bit of extra space here, especially when I sit down. It definitely comes down a little bit here. And you can see that there as well. It comes down a little bit, and I would like it to be higher. Again, high-waisted would be perfect, but it's also because, I'm kind of using up all the space there is around here. Otherwise, it's also a little bit tight around the knees and around the thighs, but it's fine. Like I can move, and I think I'm gonna, when I wear them more often, I'm going to break them in. It's the same with all kinds of jeans, right? It's just how it goes. We do have the proper belt loops here, proper pockets, and in true jeans fashion, these are actually deeper than most other pockets, but I don't usually use my front pockets that much because it's not comfy for me to have my phone there, so my phone usually goes in the back here. And these are actually not as deep as some other back pockets that I've had. So I feel like the front pockets are actually a little bit deeper than the back pockets, but we do have proper pockets, and that's the main thing of this one here. I also think it always kind of pulls a little bit lower on one side. Weird. But anyway, so they are skinny-esque jeans because, like I said, a little bit extra fabric there, which for me kind of, I don't see how the slim fit is any wider than that. But this is the skinny fit. And otherwise, yeah, skinny jeans for sure. Could have a little bit more space here or a little bit more stretch. Like, they're not terrible in terms of stretch at all. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to get these on, right? And again, I have a little bit of extra space here. So actually, really nice to wear it with a belt so they don't slide down. But I don't like a belt, so yeah. And it's also not the end of the world. Like, it's not gaping a ton or anything. Like with other jeans, I certainly would have a ton of gaping and I wouldn't be able to wear a small. So yeah. But this is, yeah, the dark wash, the shadows. It's definitely darker. I like that it's not full on black, but has like this really black, washed black kind of feel to it. And I think they fit really nice, except for like the small things that I pointed out. And again, if you have a different body type, they're also probably going to fit you a little bit better or differently. And even like with the curvy type that I am and where I usually go for peachy jeans, these actually still fit perfectly fine. I've had better ones, but I've definitely tried on so many other jeans that would have never ever fit me. or that never ever fit me actually. So this is definitely like super close to a perfect fit, as close as I usually hope for. But I know there is always a little bit better when I go for those peachy styles. Not from all the brands. Like with Abercrombie and Fitch, I tried once and like I still had a ton of gaping in the waist. So that didn't really work out. I used to get the ones from American Eagle that were the curvy fit, or like I said, the Big Box brand that I've definitely talked about a few times. They're peachy fit. So those are kind of my go-tos. But yeah, these are as close as I could be hoping for most of the times when I compare it to other jeans. Like these definitely fit super nice. And yeah, I feel like they could have a tad more stretch. But let's see if the other gray, because it has less spandex and it felt less stretchy, if that works. I'm curious. And yeah, let's see the other color. All right, you probably already can tell from standing here like this, this does not work so well. Yes, I put on some shorts so YouTube doesn't think I'm fully naked, you know, when I'm standing there in my underwear. But I can show you how far we get with this one. It's already tied around my knee, because this definitely does not have the same amount of stretch. And I think I'm not gonna go any further than this. And like I said, same size, just different color. This is just normal jeans issues. Honestly, I kind of like, because I wanted to try if I liked this lighter color, but yeah. The thing is just, I already know the waist is, if I get a medium, the waist is probably going to be too big. I don't know. But, so I don't know if I should exchange it for a different size, or if I should just leave it altogether. But so maybe it would be really, 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 really good to check the, yeah, that maybe some colors just don't work for me, because this is less stretchy. Which is so weird, but like it's definitely less stretchy. But yeah, the waist would fit, I think. What are we thinking? Is this color good for me or not? Because I kind of think I would like it, but yeah. I'm just gonna do the twisty turny thing like this, maybe. No, there's no point in this. But yeah, these ones did not work because not enough stretch. But I followed the size chart. The size chart didn't ask for my thighs and my knees though. So you see this is the downfall of that, but the other ones fit fine. So let's move on. All right, I realized to forget to mention that, you know, my package also included 2 tea bags. I was surprised. I mean, I like tea, so that's good. It's the Joy tea from Puka. So this is an uplifting blend of lemony herbs with a twist of orange. Yeah, so excited to drink that. And yeah, it's fun. It's an interesting add-on. I didn't expect that. And then it also had this little card in there. So it doesn't have anything printed on the front. This is certainly printed, but handwritten by them at some point. And this is, of course, in Danish because I ordered it from a Danish company to an address in Denmark. And I mean, I can read it, but I don't want to read it out to you because I cannot read Danish. If this was Swedish, I could certainly do it, but like the Danish is just special. Yeah. So, it just says something like 1,000 thanks for, that's what they say usually, tusen tack. I mean, that was the Swedish version. I can't do it in Danish. It just says like, yeah, thank you for your order. And then also it's important for them that I find the perfect pair that fits me. And I should give them a call if I need to have their help or their guidance. And then with the loveliest greetings from Emil and Sine, which is probably also pronounced very differently in Danish. But, you know, that's basically just the, I would assume they add like an English version of this if you ordered to outside of Denmark. Maybe not for the Swedes, I don't know, or the Norwegians. Anyway, moving on to our next pair of jeans. I'm just going from like skinniest to widest fit. So we're gonna go to, since I didn't get the slim, right? So there is an in-between between the skinny and the one I'm gonna show you now. But these are the regular. And I also did get these in the shadows color, because that's just the color I reach for the most, I would say. That's kind of what I usually wear. And I figured it would be fun. Now I'm just curious to see if the composition is any different. No, I think this is the same. So 65% cotton, 30.5% polyester, 3% rayon, and 1.5% spandex. Same as the other shadows. So I think it really depends on the color itself. And to be fair, they also list all the compositions on their website. So if you're like, oh, I need a little bit more spandex, you just know to stay away from certain colors, I would say. But these might also fit slightly different, right? Because they are now a regular. So you can see the leg isn't super wide or anything, but it's definitely not a skinny leg. It's a regular jean leg. Otherwise, I feel like these are the exact same. They still have this stretch, right? Although these feel a little bit stretchier. Like, can you see this? Like, especially compared to the Ashes. But also, now I have the skinny jeans again. No, maybe they're the same. The Ashes definitely felt more rigid, but you know, you could kind of tell. So yeah, these are definitely, I think this is a good amount of stretch actually. It still feels a little bit more stretchy, but I don't know, maybe the leg is also just a little bit wider because these are regular fit jeans. I did also get these in a 30-inch inseam simply because I kind of didn't want these to be super long with the regular fit. I don't actually know how I prefer my regular fit jeans to fall on my legs. If I like them shorter, like an ankle length, or if I would have liked them a full length. Honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna find out. And as I said, you can for free exchange sizes. So if I feel like these are too short for me, but I do like the style, I can always ask them to send me a 32-inch inseam instead of the 30. So that should be okay. And also, I will say, I usually don't wear anything but skinny jeans. So this is going to be very different for me because, yeah, I just don't usually go for this type of stuff. So interesting, right? But here we have this. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna be curious. Like I said, otherwise detailing is the exact same as we had before. Proper pockets, proper belt loops, proper zipper, proper everything. And let's just do it. Let's see it on. All right. I don't know if you can tell that these are different ones than the skinny jeans now because it's the same color. And most of the other stuff happens here. I will say though that this style definitely has a lot more space in the butt area. Like, because I've thought, you know, it was only the color that made the difference, but I think it's also the style. So maybe the light gray, these ones here would actually fit me fine in this regular fit. So yeah, who knows? I will say waist-wise, it's kind of the same fit as the skinny jeans. So not completely high-waisted because that would be up here, but more like a mid-rise maybe. And then leg-wise, yeah, we just have a wider leg here, but overall it fits just a little bit wider. So also up here, it's not as tight. There's a little bit more space. You still have the same pockets here. So also in the back, same depth of the pockets as well. But yeah, just overall, I feel like there's a little bit more space. So yeah. Also when I squat, these don't come as low. I feel like there's not as much of a pull. There's still a little bit of extra space here. So that's just an issue I have in general, even with some of the peachy curvy jean styles, and honestly. But yeah, overall these are actually quite comfy. I'm just not sure if I can get behind this this wider leg situation. I also really hoped you could see it a little bit better, but maybe if I go on my tippy toes. It's not that wide, you know? It's not like that much more. And also, again, because I got these in a 30-inch inseam, because I wanted this ankle fit, I think, so maybe even a tad longer than the other skinny jeans, maybe? I don't know. But it's basically an ankle fit, so that's perfectly fine. And yeah, overall, like, I just feel a little bit more stretchy. Like, honestly, I can do my yoga squat in this and everything. I feel like I couldn't have done that in the skinny ones. So the style also kind of plays a role in how it fits, apparently. Interesting, because like I like how it fits up here. I would just like the skinny jeans to kind of fit the same up there. Because I don't know if I can do this. The wide leg. Oh, it's not wide leg, but it's a wider leg. I mean, I have to look in the mirror a few times, put on some shoes with this, you know. Like this is kind of more of a mom jean style maybe with the regular leg length. I don't know. But I definitely do like the length of these ones on me in this style. So I think the 30-inch was good for me. This ankle length for this particular style. Yeah. Yeah. But these are actually comfy. I like them. Like I said, I can even work out in these. Like, you can do some twerking, you know, some dancing, stuff like that. So that works perfectly fine. I just want the skinny jeans to be like this. Excuse me, make the skinny jeans just as stretchy and good fitting up here, please. That would be perfect. Thank you. But yeah, let's move on. Okay, I saved the most fun thing for last. These are the loose fitting jeans, but I did get them in a really, really fun color because they recently had apparently launched a pastel collection. You could get like a pastel-y green, a pastel-y yellow, a pastel-y lavender, and there was another color. I don't remember what color it was. It wasn't blue. Blue would have been fun as well. Anyway, I did get the lavender. Look at it. It's so fun. And this is the loose fitting jeans. So we have a wider leg than on the regular. It's definitely like a straight leg. Basically, they do not have a boot cut jeans. Maybe they could also add that to their collection. They do have shorts, however, and I think 3 different inseams in shorts as well. But they're more the tighter fitting jean shorts. Not necessarily my style, but if you're into that kind of stuff, you could also go check that out. Anyway, otherwise, these feel super soft. The purple looks really fun, and it's still a proper jean material. All you could ask for sure. This one has a very different composition though. These ones are 94% cotton, so a lot more cotton on this one. No polyester, no rayon on this one, and only 5% polyester, and these have 1% spandex on them. And they're also still super stretchy, so I feel like sometimes it's not just the spandex that does the stretch. Maybe the polyester has it too, but for me, with the 1%, they feel so much more stretchy than the light gray, the ashes color. Yeah. I don't know, I already tried these on because I was I'm super excited to try and see these. And I will say these were so comfortable. I just wish they were a little bit more high-waisted. But I'm going to tell you that also in the try-on, obviously. But yeah, I like the color. They also, of course, have these colors in the other style of jeans. So if you're oh, this is a fun color, but I prefer a skinny jean, you can have that. I was just trying to really get out of my comfort zone here. I was picturing this with just a sandal and a little tank top in the summer, and it was this could be fun. I will also admit the light yellow was also an interesting color that I was kind of eyeing a little bit. I'm also honestly wondering if the other color was a gray, but not the same gray that we had here, but basically just a different gray. But that was not really a pastel color, is it? Even if it's a light gray. I don't know. Anyway, we have the loose fitting lavender colored jeans here. And let's just see them on. All right, last but not least, colorful, loose. It's not very loose fitting for me up here, but that's because I have thicker thighs. Because I've definitely seen it on people that have less thick thighs compared to the waist. The up here was also a little bit more loose, but for me it's just, like this. And these are 32-inch inseams, so currently for me, you can't see it, but they are basically touching the ground. So this is without shoes, right? But yeah, definitely good length. And these are also 1% spandex. Same as the light gray. So how do these fit so much better? It could be the style. It could also be just because otherwise the fabric composition was also quite different because we have a lot more cotton here. And the other one had a lot more polyester. Maybe that also kind of plays a little bit of a role. I don't know. But as we've also seen just with previous ones, it could be the style itself that really makes the difference here. But these are super, super comfy. So yeah. They also are not quite high-waisted. My waist is there, right? But it's, yeah, mid to high rise. Also, again, depending on your torso length. And I do have a longer torso, so that could play a role in this. But I really do like the purple. I'm not sure how I would style these. I'm just not used to colorful jeans like this. Or at all. Let's just say it like it is, how it is. I'm just not used to colorful jeans. Boom, end of story. So I'm really not sure how I would style these. So yeah. It's different for me. My Vans that I have right now, they are kind of like a light purple, so they would fit perfectly. But again, also I was thinking about like in summer with Birkenstocks or something, right? And mine are like a light white gold kind of. So that should also work. I don't know what I would wear up top. just a white tank top or a white tee is kind of boring. I don't know. But I guess you could wear any black t-shirt with it as well. Because I usually don't wear my black t-shirts that much because I don't like a full on black unless I go for a concert or just don't care that day. But yeah. But these are like definitely like this loose fit. So I feel like between these and the regular fit, there's definitely like a big step. Whereas between the skinny and then the slim and the regular, it's a little bit narrower steps. But here we definitely go a big step in terms of how wide the leg is. I'm just going like this. And this is not a boot cut. It just might look a little bit more boot cut-esque on me simply because I have thicker thighs. But it's basically just a straight leg here going all the way down. And yeah, I love the color. I also like how soft these feel. Like it's really, really nice. Super comfy, super stretchy. Again, I can, go all the way down here to this yogi squat. And there's no issue with that. When I squat, at least with these ones, they are a little bit wider, have a little bit more gaping here. So they're actually not coming down. But they could be a little bit tighter around here in the back. Like this is definitely probably the most loose fitting here of all of the ones I've tried. So yeah, could be a little bit better, but it's okay. And I don't think they're gonna slide down too much when I walk. Depends also on what you put in your pockets, right? If you put something heavy in the pockets, of course, it's gonna come all the way down. Not all the way. It's gonna stop like right around here, because then it's the widest area. So that's fine. But yeah, I do like how soft they are. And the color is fun. I just don't know I don't know how often I wear it, but I also, right, I was trying to get out of my comfort zone. And it's out of my comfort zone in multiple ways because the color and it's this wide leg situation. But otherwise, super comfortable. Like, super, super comfy. And yeah, I am happy we're ending on a high note. That's great. Jeans are never easy, but these at least, 3 out of 4 is actually pretty good. So yeah. And that's just based off of waist measurement, and it's not specifically a curvy, peachy style jean. So, that's actually pretty good. If I don't go for a peachy, curvy style, I don't get 3 out of 4. I get 0 out of 4 usually. So, yay, that was pretty good. Let's move on. It's conclusion time. I have this big pile of jeans here, mostly gray, but this little pop of color. And honestly, these fit so nicely, so stretchy, so comfy. They were really good. And what I will say I've learned, right, like the color definitely kind of changes how comfortable things fit. Maybe it's also the style though, right? Because I felt like with the skinny jeans, for sure, it was a little bit tighter around the knees, the thighs, the butt. Whereas with these, for example, it was super comfy. So is it the color? Is it the style? Is it both? It's certainly the color for sure, because we've learned that from the skinny jeans, these two, right? But I would also assume that the style kind of plays a little bit of a role there. And honestly, just by going off of waist measurement, right? It's always a little bit hard. To be fair, this is how usually jeans are. Maybe they could, I don't know, because with the stretch, right, it's not specifically a curvy style that they have. It's just the stretch that they add. And maybe it would be nicer to have a curvy option, because I definitely felt like some of the, up top was still a little bit big, whereas I still felt the tightness around my thighs and my hips. And this is maybe what's a little bit different about fit jeans, because fit jeans is specifically for body types like that, right? Where you have the smaller waist and the wider hips. Whereas here, I think this is for everyone. And this is why it's still not a perfect fit. However, I do really like that these do feel like proper jeans. They're basically like the jeans I always get from Big Bok. Just we have a lot more options here, because Big Bok usually just has very, very few options. Big Bok is also a Norwegian brand, I think. But it's like a H&M. It's just not as big. It's active in Norway, Sweden, Finland, and I don't know of anywhere else. I actually do have to go to Sweden to buy my jeans now. But in skinny jeans, at least, they only have like black and blue, kind of, not my gray anymore. I used to love their gray, skinny, peachy jeans. Don't have those anymore, which is also why I was like, I kind of want to try other brands. And those were also specifically for a more curvy body, whereas here, like I said, it's for everyone, but it does feel like a proper jean material. And I didn't feel like that with fit jeans when I tried them back in, I don't know, 2020 or something. So, and especially for the price difference between fit jeans and this, I mean, like, sure, they could add some more options. Like I said, I would prefer having a high-waisted option, like that specifically is high-waisted, right? I mean, this was perfectly fine. It's kind of like a mid to high. And I have a long torso, so if you don't have a long torso, this is probably going to be a high rise for you anyway. But like, there's still a few things they could do. However, also compared to fit jeans, compared to other jeans brands, like if we just take the big jeans brands like Levi's or something in Europe, because I know they're much cheaper in the US. I guess it depends on the style as well, but I've seen that my boyfriend usually just buys his Wrangler jeans at Walmart, right? If we buy the same style of jeans in Europe, good luck finding that because he likes a relaxed fit and Europeans apparently don't. But like, it's like 4 or 5 times the price. So yeah. Anyway, but in terms, compared to European jean prices, these are an okay price. They do feel like proper jeans. They do have the stretch. They're comfy. I would probably take a little bit more care in looking at the different fabric compositions, because it might give you a hint as to if this is a little bit more stretchy or a little bit less, because I don't feel like I would have wanted to size up for the skinny jeans because the waist was already a little bit big, so the medium wouldn't have helped with the waist. And I don't really like to have to wear a belt. So if I were to wear a belt, I would probably just, you can get a size up, but like, it might solve the fit issue in one area, but not on the other. But then also, if we come back to having a more curvy fit, if they did have that, then of course, I would have an easier time. However, I will say if you have a normal is not a good word for this, but if you have a body that's not like super curvy and you go off your waist measurement, I think that's perfectly fine. Even for me, it did work most of the times. And again, just take a look at the fabric composition, the one for the lavender. I mean, that fit, like, it just fits so comfy, so stretchy, so everything, right? Like, yeah. But in the end, I think this is a great find. I'm sorry this wasn't leggings today, but I hope jeans for stretch are good enough for everyone who likes a good legging review. And I just wanted to show this brand to you. I also think it's fun or good to introduce or to support like smaller brands, the more local brands. Like I said, for me, I mean, these are, at least it's a local brand. It's Danish. And for us Europeans also to have European options for stuff. Again, you can also try fit jeans, but the price point is a little bit higher. I'm still going to do it at some point. When they have all the styles I want to try in stock again in my size, for sure, I will go for that. I think with fit jeans, I will go for a medium though. So yeah. But let me know if you would like to see that. Also, do let me know which jean style is your favorite, what type of jeans you usually wear, what color, what you go for. And like I said, if you buy more than one, you get a discount. So that's also pretty sweet. And I will also, within Denmark, this shipped within, I ordered on like, let it be Tuesday or something, Monday or Tuesday, I got it on Thursday. So pretty fast. And that was the free shipping option. I just had to go to the pickup point to pick it up, but that's it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, so you get notified about all the new videos that are coming out. I will also soon start introducing this space to you, and maybe, we already struggled this morning with putting up some IKEA shelves. Maybe I'll let you be part of that as well. And let me know what you'd like to see. And you can also follow me on Instagram. Probably you won't see some of the jeans in action there just because I don't wear jeans there. But this chair is so nice. This is also going to be a perfect reading spot. There's going to be some bookshelves over there in the future at some point. But not yet. And then maybe if I do some little book and activewear things, I could have the bookshelf in the background. That could be fun. Let's see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.